Their footwork, present themselves.
Great team defense, great individual defense as well.
The triangle look they run to get Guy an open pop.
One more time, Jerome.
And they
the Owls. Well, how about that pressure on Kunkel to come in, and he's performed pretty well. Dana?
Guys, yeah, they were rolling Bankert's half behind the bench there, just working on it actually for the last time out until now.
What a switch right now. Let's play this inside the paint area at the offensive end of the floor.
13th giveaway by the Tar Heels. 12 minutes to play, second half. McCormick gives it up. Catch and shoot.
Post for North Carolina.
Fourth all-time meeting between these two schools. North Carolina 3-0 against Auburn. Okeke gives it up. Dowdy drives. Dishes underneath.
Kissinger, DJ Karstensen, and Lamar Simpson are the officials tonight.
Well, neither one of these teams plays much zone, so Kane's starting out zone, but they're going to have
to look like himself. Coach confirmed he had a fever of over 100 degrees last night.
And Jamie, North Carolina has now turned it over 10 times. Harper to Dunbar, rises up.
Behind the bench, giving him a standing ovation. Good minutes by Brooks.
9 to play. Allen in the corner, maneuvers for 2.
I think a round of applause from the Yale fans here in Connecticut went up with that potential upset. LSU, one of the teams that Florida State beat.
ACC tournament, Florida State was down at halftime by 14 to Virginia Tech and won in overtime. So the comebacks have been there. They need one right now to stay alive. Up high, and they go down low.
No flow at all. They're still ahead by 10 points, but as Mark Few told Dana at halftime, Florida State is a team that causes your offense to look like it doesn't have any flow.
Gilly inside, Tilly will defend. Tilly knocked it away.
At first I thought it was Beckham, but he's in Cleveland. Nice slip, and this is what they were going to do.
Oh, he lost it on the way up, and he's still.
Gardner-Webb on the offensive end just giving trouble to this defense.
There's the same play.
Hester, what a
moving two.
One field goal, one basket by Gardner-Webb the last 8.5 minutes. And they turned it over 6 times in the second half alone.
Individual defense. Look at this challenge. That is a tough shot. Even
he's going to try to do something with it.
12 points for Powell, 8 in the half. It's 53-45. Wofford. Hoover gives it up. Murphy lines it up. The Southern Conference against the Big East. Wofford 6 of 20 from the field in the second half. Corner pop. Automatic.
10 threes against Denver. Where do the Wildcats go here? Down 5.
They still need to drive the gaps against this zone play inside out.
Stokes
here in the second half after 16 in the first.
and Elijah Hughes.
Butler hits another. Butler
Taking a little more responsibility in ball handling.
Guys, one thing we should point out again, Weatherspoon and Lamar Peters both playing with 4 fouls. Holmesley back to
the Eagles.
You can just see he wants to seek shots. He's a winner. That kid wants to play. He wants the ball.
The tournament's 2 leading scorers, and hammers it home.
Florida State, the 1 seed in the conference tournament, shocked by Western Illinois. North Dakota State wasn't supposed to be here, but they're 6 and change away potentially from moving on to take on Duke.
But Ward was down there on the block against Larry McKnight Jr. You got to let him play him one-on-one. You can't come off a shooter to give him an easy look at the three-point line.
Beautiful backdoor cut.
We saw it earlier in the first half when he was going away from the basket, running off the glass. That one was the same thing. This one, he didn't have a lot of room on the baseline to work with or backboard, but the soft touch, able to knock it in.
Wesson down low with the left hand.
Boy, now Ohio State is setting up in their offense, and Iowa State has hunkered in a little bit more in the defensive end.
C.J. Jackson around a Wesson screen, and now Andre Wesson to his little brother.
He's effective at the rim, but also stepping away, and that's the versatility we see of frontline players across the country now. That European influence from a couple decades ago.
Cougars have their biggest lead. C.J. Jackson. So a 3rd tie of the game at 20 as we approach the 6-minute mark. Woods, a quick move to the baseline, cut off. Back outside, and Washington played at Maine for the Black Bears, where he was a 1,000-point scorer, is Calixte, who's D'ing up here on Schuler.
I'll tell you, the offense of Oklahoma has been devastating. Mississippi's got to tighten it up at the other end.
The Flames in the tournament for only the 4th time in their history. They won the ASUN tournament in their first year in the conference this season. 27 years they spent in the Big South. But getting an early taste of what the
Ohio State's biggest lead right now. And Iowa State has missed now its last 10 field goals attempted. They won't get an attempt here.
The offensive glass. This is a very small Florida Gator team. I remember Keontae Johnson had a double-double yesterday, including about 4 or 5 offensive rebounds. So he's a guy who I think they need him. Kostakis with a 3.
Right here, he wants his club to execute. They haven't shot the ball well in this half either.
Edwards, catch and shoot.
State cut it to single digits, but right now Tennessee in the last 6:50, a 22-5 run, and they have a 3-point lead. The 2 seed. Motel Easter gives it up, climbs the hot hand for 3.
Mention Williams as well. Watch out for Williams and Schofield, not only in the post, but in the slotted area, sneaking behind the offense.
Schofield, he'll fire for 3, and it's on.
Right now, Burns is playing for his team, but he's also playing for himself and his family, saying, I belong on any level in any conference.
Sophomore from San Antonio, Texas, going up top for the throwdown.
That's what they average a game. We've got 17 minutes left. Ready, doubled into Tariq. Who puts it down?
The big part of their offense, live ball turnovers, not getting them so far.
Those 9 steals, 4th most in the country. The lob, and McCants bringing the early.
And he's got a guard, one of the premier handlers at the point. Automatic switch. Gotta go with black shirt.
15-3, and in part a big reason because of that young man knocking down these threes.
Yeah, you talked about him being ASUN newcomer of the week 4 times, yet he didn't make the ASUN all-freshman team.
That's amazing. I'm trying to go down to Blackshear, 1 French. There's 3 fouls to maybe try to get him in foul trouble, and he's a talented kid that makes great decisions down there on the block.
Yeah, that's what they want to do right now instead of trying.
And then here's your little favorite jump hook.
Well, you've mentioned this, LSU in the paint. They led the SEC in that category, 9th in the country.
That's the way to attack it.
And a foul called Atkins
season, similar to the numbers he put up last year.
His mom, Vanessa, his dad, Ed, sitting right behind the LSU bench.
Go with it or no?
Bruner